Okay, so imagine this. Frankenstein's monster, but instead of focusing on him, the story shifts to his partner, the bride. That's exactly what Maggie Gyllenhaal has done in her new film, and it's nothing short of a wild ride.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. The Bride is such a bold reimagining. It's not just a retelling of the Frankenstein story, it's a complete reinvention. And centering it on the bride while weaving in Mary Shelley herself? That's a creative leap I didn't see coming.
Right? The way she brought Mary Shelley into the story as a ghost who possesses a young woman named Ida, it's such a fascinating twist. It's like Gyllenhaal is saying, Mary Shelley isn't just the creator of Frankenstein, she's an integral part of the story itself. And Jessie Buckley as Ida? She was phenomenal.
She really was. Jessie Buckley had to balance so much in that role, being Ida, being Mary Shelley, and then transforming into the bride. It's such a layered performance. And the possession wasn't just a plot device. It felt like a commentary on how women's voices and identities can be overshadowed or even overtaken by societal expectations.
Exactly. And then there's Christian Bale as Frankenstein. He's not the mad scientist we've come to expect. Instead, he's this lonely, almost tragic figure who's searching for connection. His journey to 1930s Chicago to find Dr. Euphronius was such an interesting detour. It added a whole new dimension to his character.
Oh, absolutely. And Annette Bening as Dr. Euphronius? She was incredible. Her character had this mix of curiosity and moral ambiguity. You could tell she was fascinated by the challenge of reviving Ida, but there was also this underlying tension, like she was questioning whether they should even be doing this.
That's what made her character so compelling. And the fact that Dr. Euphronius is a woman in this version, it completely changes the dynamic. It's no longer just about Frankenstein trying to play God. It's about two brilliant but flawed minds coming together to create something miraculous and horrifying.
And once Ida becomes the bride, the story just takes off. The whole Bonnie and Clyde vibe between her and Frankenstein as they're on the run, it was chaotic, messy, and absolutely riveting.
It really was. And the way they kept visiting cinemas along the way, watching those black and white movies featuring Ronnie Reed, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, it added such an interesting layer. It was like Frankenstein was searching for some kind of solace or understanding in those films, almost like he saw himself in them.
That's exactly how I saw it. And the way society reacted to Frank and the bride, labeling them as freaks, treating them as outcasts, it felt like such a commentary on how we marginalize anyone who doesn't fit into our narrow definitions of normal. All Frank wanted was to be understood, to be loved. But everywhere they went, they were met with hostility.
And yet, amidst all that chaos, the bride inadvertently starts a radical cultural movement. That was such a fascinating twist. She wasn't trying to be a leader or to inspire people, but just by existing, by refusing to conform, she became a symbol of rebellion.
It's such a powerful message, isn't it? And then you have the lead detective, Jake Wiles, played by Peter Sarsgaard, who seems to be sympathetic toward the bride. But at the same time, his partner, Myrna Mallow, Penelope Cruz, is clearly working her own angle. It's like every character in this story has their own agenda, and it all collides in the most unpredictable ways.
Penelope Cruz was phenomenal as Myrna. She brought this sultry, cunning energy to the role that kept you guessing. And I loved how her character was so layered. She wasn't just a pursuer. She had her own motivations and complexities.
And the production design? Let's talk about that for a second. The way Frankenstein and the bride were styled was incredible. Those staples on Frankenstein, the permanent black facial paint on the bride, it was so striking. You couldn't take your eyes off them.
The visuals were stunning. You could tell so much thought went into every detail, from the makeup to the costumes to the sets. It all added to this sense of otherworldliness, like you were stepping into a twisted version of the 1930s.
And the performances? Wow. Jessie Buckley and Christian Bale were electric together. They had this raw, chaotic energy that reminded me of Bonnie and Clyde, like you said earlier. They weren't holding anything back, and it paid off.
Oh, for sure. And Annette Bening, too. She seemed like she was having the time of her life exploring this dangerous, morally ambiguous character. And then there's Penelope Cruz, leaving an indelible imprint as Myrna. Every single actor brought their A game.
It's such a testament to Maggie Gyllenhaal's vision as a writer and director. She's not afraid to take risks, to push boundaries, and it shows. The Bride is bold, provocative, and highly entertaining. You never know where it's going to take you next.
That's what I loved about it. It's unpredictable in the best way. Just when you think you have a handle on the story, it throws you a curveball. But it's all so meticulously crafted. You can tell how much thought went into every twist and turn.
And yet, for all its chaos and mayhem, it never loses sight of its core themes. It's about love, understanding, identity, and what it means to be human. Or in this case, almost human. It's a lot to unpack, but it's so worth it.
Absolutely. And the fact that it's rated MA just adds to its edge. It doesn't shy away from the darker, more uncomfortable aspects of the story. It embraces them, and that's part of what makes it so compelling.
So, final verdict. What would you rate it?
I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it's bold, imaginative, and unforgettable. What about you?
Same here. It's the kind of movie that stays with you long after the credits roll. Maggie Gyllenhaal has really outdone herself with this one.
She really has. I can't wait to see what she does next. If The Bride is any indication, we're in for some incredible storytelling.
No doubt about it. Well, that's all for today. Until next time.
Until next time.
You've been listening to Movies First.
Available at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favourite podcast player. You can also stream on demand at Bytes.com.
This has been another quality podcast production from Bytes.com.